How's it going, fellow loungers? I hope you're all doing well and staying healthy. After the tension in the raid's first installment, of course, there has to be a continuation. In the Raid 2, Berandal, the story picks up right after Rama escapes and survives the gangster hideout. But he can't relax, because he's immediately given a new mission that's far more dangerous. He must uncover evidence of which corrupt cops are secretly allied with the city's major crime syndicates. To carry out this insane mission, Rama is forced to go undercover in prison and infiltrate the city's biggest gangster group. That means he has to ditch his police identity and convincingly act like a hardened thug. Curious to see how far Rama has to go, bleeding and fighting, to expose this conspiracy? Let's jump right into the story. And if you enjoy this channel, as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more exciting videos from latest movie stories. The movie begins by showing Andy, who is none other than Rama's brother, about to be executed by a gangster leader named Bejo. This happens because, in the first movie, he betrayed Tama. If you haven't watched The Raid, the first movie, I've included it in the description box.
Aspetta, non farlo!
Then we're shown Rama being offered to join by a man named Munawar. Munawar is a police commander seeking evidence of police officers colluding with the mafia, including a person named Reza. And it's clear Munawar wants Rama to join and carry out that mission.
No, non mi interessa.
Initially, Rama refused because he saw Munawar's brutality in shooting. But after finding out his brother was killed by Bejo, he eventually accepted the offer. In the plan, Munawar tells Rama to get into prison so he can get close to the son of a big mafia boss who controls Jakarta.
Rama. Potrebbe essere un ottimo sistema per avvicinarsi.
He instructs Rama to beat up the son of an official who has been providing the biggest funding to Bejo, so Rama can have a reputation when he enters prison. And now he has to change his name to Yuda to hide his real identity. So let's call him Yuda.
Se non ubbidirò, e non posso essere visto con te.
Rispondi con la testa, sì o no?
However, on his first day as a new inmate, he was immediately ambushed by other prisoners there while he was hanging out in the toilet. Although he ended up being gang beaten, in a situation like that, the chances aren't likely to be too fatal. From the incident, he was offered to join by a person named Ukok, who is actually Ukok is Yuda's main target, so he can get close to him, because he's the son of the biggest mafia boss named Pa Bangun. But to keep his identity from being exposed, Yuda rejected the offer for now.
Capisco.
One day when the prisoners were gathering in the yard, Yuda noticed something odd there, and sure enough, suddenly Ukok was attacked by his own men, and it looked like they wanted to kill him. But here Yuda tries to stop them, and a brawl ensues. Because the situation was getting hotter, eventually the guards there stepped in to stop the fight. But it turned out, the fight didn't stop. Instead, it escalated and many casualties fell dead. In the midst of the brawl, Ukok, who was in the thick of the fight, was almost stabbed. But luckily, Yuta quickly saved him. And this is where Ukok feels indebted to him. Two years after that, when Yuta is released from prison, he's seen being picked up by Ukok to be introduced to his father.
Non c'è bisogno.
Sì, invece.
Elsewhere, we see Ukok's father, Pa Bangun, meeting a Japanese yakuza named Goto. And we can see that these two factions have made peace and become allies in their respective territories. Not long after, Yuta and Ukok arrive there. Here they're warmly welcomed by Bangun and his right-hand man named Eka.
Mi hai sentito?
To strip naked so his clothes can be checked. Luckily, he had removed the bug from his clothes before leaving prison earlier, which allows him to be safe and join Bangun's gang.
Fatto per mio figlio, non lo dimenticherò. Sarai fuori.
The next day, Ukok, Eka, and Yuta visit an adult movie production location to collect protection money, where we know the businesses they deal with are protected by Bangun from the police. Their boss is named Topan. When he gives them the money, Ukok refuses it because he knows Topan has been selling drugs without his knowledge, and he demands more money to protect those drug sales.
Ma questa volta ne mancano ben 5.000 alla Gera.
Hearing that, Topan's men look like they're about to pull out a shotgun, but Yuta notices and immediately takes them down. In the fight, Yuta manages to defeat them all, and Topan ends up dead at his hands. When at headquarters, Ukok is praised by his father for having resolved the issue with Topan. However, Ukok instead wants his father's position to be handed over to him immediately, where we know Bangun is planning to give his leadership throne to Ukok about 10 years from now. And this is the start of the conflict that ensues.
Qualche responsabilità maggiore?
Ok? Puoi andare, Uccio.
Then we're shown Yuta and Ukok, who are at a karaoke place. Because Ukok is still upset, he vents his anger towards the girls there.
Presto, deve cantare! Tu non ti azzardare a non toccarlo! Dare, questa è l'ultima volta che te lo chiedo, vuoi cantare? Allora scegliamo una Quindi ora chiudi la porta e vattene.
Not long after, Ukok gets a call from someone. Seeing Ukok leave quickly, Yuta slips a voice bug into his wallet. In another part, Bangun is shown meeting with his top subordinate, Prakoso. Prakoso is a hitman who has been Bangun's go-to for killings, having taken the lives of many people. Bangun's purpose in meeting Prakoso is to eliminate those who don't obey his orders. Prakoso can accomplish his tasks with great ease, demonstrating his skill as a proficient and effective hitman. The next day, we see Ukok meeting with Beijo to discuss business. In their conversation, Beijo wants territory controlled by the Goto or Japanese gangs, while Ukok asks for Beijo's help in overthrowing his father's leadership. Beijo gives Ukok a gift in the form of a prisoner who had previously attempted to kill Ukok while in prison, as an effort to convince and strengthen their cooperation.
Se volevo solo affittare un pezzo di terra, avrei chiesto a tuo... Sto parlando, io ho bisogno di te, però anche tu di me a quanto...
Mio padre non muoverà neanche un dito. Non farà mai nulla che rompa la tregua e loro. Cosa dovrei fare?
Dammi il tuo appoggio.
When he was about to kill the last person, he noticed a tattoo symbol on his hand. Later, we will explain what that symbol means, and then those people died.
Libero da...
Un tempo questo posto era di classe.
Mai. Se riuscirai a domarlo.
Ora non conta più, lo so. Tutto cambia senza che... Quando mio padre entrava qui dentro, calava il gelo. Aveva subito, vado in bagno.
After that, we are shown Prakoso being attacked by a group of thugs, who turn out to be Beyo's men. In the fight, Prakoso manages to defeat them, but as their numbers keep increasing, he becomes overwhelmed and gets slashed, leaving him mortally wounded. Witnessing that event, which we know was part of his plan to pit Bangan and Goto against each other. Until finally he is killed by Bejo's trusted henchman, the assassin. We see Ukok meeting his father and urging him to attack Goto's clan, blaming them for killing Prakoso, who had been loyal to their family. However, Bangun does not make a hasty decision, as he wants to avoid starting a war with Goto's clan.
Ucho! Ucho!
Bejo deployed assassin and baseball man to slaughter the important people in the Goto clan. It turns out, Hammer Girl and Baseball Man are siblings who became deadly hitmen. The three of them managed to kill important figures in Goto's clan at the same time. When Yuta was about to leave, he was suddenly attacked by a group of men who stabbed knives into his car. However, he managed to escape, leading to a chase that ended in a brutal fight inside a restaurant where Yuta was struck multiple times. And he also discovered the police identity of the man he had killed. Because many important people, Goto was killed. Waking up and Goto finally held a meeting. During the conversation, Ukok intervened and refused to make peace with Goto, but his words were contradicted by his father.
Soltanto un folle.
Bangan then apologized to Goto for the incident.
A quanto pare le decisioni sono state prese.
At Bangan's headquarters, he hits his son for his actions, which nearly caused a war between the two sides.
Abbiamo fatto dietro front! Basta! Perché? Per favore!
When Ukok told Bengyun to stop hitting him, suddenly Bejo and his men arrived. Seeing Bejo's arrival, Ukok suddenly pointed a gun and shot his father. Seeing this, Eka quickly issued her gun but was too slow and she was shot. Right when he was about to be killed, Yuda suddenly arrived by attacking them and ordered Eka to escape. The brutal battle ensued, which caused Yuda to lose consciousness. However, due to Bejo's usual habit, he always kills people near a grassy field and ordered his men to take him there. On the way, Eka tried to save him, even though he had to face several subordinates of Bejo. Meanwhile, Yuda, just realized from his fainting, immediately involved in the battle there, killed them all, and then jumped into Eka's car. Afterward, the two of them went to an old building, where it turned out that Eka was also a police officer, assigned by Munawar as an intelligence agent. From the beginning, Eka had known Yuda's true identity as an intelligence agent like herself, but Eka was trapped in Bangun's gang and couldn't get out. Because of his critical condition, Eka went outside, sat down, and meditated there, while Yuda left to put an end to it all. That night, he went straight to Bejo's headquarters alone. Without saying a word, he stormed inside and fought Bejo's men hand to hand. On the upper floor, we see Bejo, Usok, and Reza relaxing together. And we know that Reza is Yuda's primary target in this mission.
Siamo io e te. Nuove facce, nuovi prezzi.
Here, Ukok accidentally spots a tattoo identical to that of the man he had executed. Realizing this, he begins to understand that the person targeting him in prison is actually Bejo. Furthermore, with the bugging device found in his wallet, he suspects Bejo as the perpetrator. Bejo, after knowing Yuda's whereabouts, Bejo immediately sent 3 of his trusted men. We see the fight begin with the deadly beauty, Hammer Girl, and the guy with the baseball bat. Until finally Yuda brutally defeats them both, with the baseball bat ending up smashed against Baseball Man's face. Then he continued his journey, but it turned out that the assassin was waiting for him in the kitchen. There, he fought again with a powerful assassin. It turns out Yuta is able to counter the assassin's karambit and successfully kills him. After that, he heads straight to the floor where Bejo and Reza are. Seeing Yuta's arrival, Bejo quickly grabbed a shotgun and tossed it to Reza. However, Ukok caught it first and immediately shot Reza dead. Bejo ignored this and turned his aim toward Yuta, not realizing that Ukok was targeting him, until Ukok suddenly shot him. Because Ukok had realized that Bejo was only using him, he immediately killed Bejo. After that, he tried to kill Yuta, who was hiding behind a chair. But because of Yuta's skill, he swiftly came out and stabbed Ukok to death. And now, all the members of both gangs have been killed at the hands of Yuta, also known as Rama. After that, Yuta might have thought his troubles were over. However, just as he was about to leave, he was intercepted by Goto's men, led by Goto's son, Keiichi. Instead of attacking, Keiichi offered Yuta to join Goto's group, impressed by how he single-handedly slaughtered the opposing gang. And that's where the film ends. Amazing. The Raid 2 truly takes action to a whole new level. From the cramped building in the first movie, Rama now has to fight his way across the entire city, against the mafia, gangsters, and even corrupt cops. The message of this movie: never limit yourself just because you feel alone. Rama shows us that with courage and the right skills, one person can shake an entire corrupt system. So, are you ready to face today's challenges with that same spirit? Share your thoughts about this movie in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell after subscribing, so you won't miss even crazier movie reviews ahead. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.